Enjoy the following preview of Talking Geopolitics. For the full episode and much more, go to geopoliticalfutures.com/podcast and click subscribe. Now, you forecast that Russia would invade Ukraine in your books, The Next 100 Years and Flashpoints. Talk us through why you thought that.
When Putin said that the collapse of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the century, he meant things like this. We suddenly had no strategic depth. So I knew that at some point, Russia was going to try to recapture that, because I would have tried it, and most analysts or strategists would have tried it. When it happened was when the Russian army started to build up to a level that Putin thought it could sweep the table. And he made several mistakes on that to go into, but that was why he did it, because he had to. I should add that the reason the Americans got involved was that if Ukraine fell, then Russian forces would be blocked up against NATO, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania. We would be back at where we were in the Cold War, to the east by maybe 100, 200 miles, and not a very long trip to Germany from the standpoint of the Russians. So the Russians did what they had to do, and the Americans did what they had to do. So it was not a question of policymakers making policy or some sort of ancient hatred. It had to do with cold calculation. The United States did not want to see a Cold War in this area. The Russians could not tolerate the possibility of American forces that close to Moscow. So they acted.